Hey folks, here at OS Reviews. You're watching our video review of the KdLinks Android TV Smart Box. This is the A100 Smart TV Media Player, as you can see on the side. This is a quite affordable Android TV media device that you can plug into the HDMI port on a monitor or on a television set and convert your television into an Android kind of PC. And the benefits of doing so includes the ability to stream video over Wi-Fi, and you can get applications for Hulu Plus, you can get it for Netflix, for YouTube, and you can watch HD videos directly on your television without the need to hook up a smartphone or a computer or a tablet. So it's very easy to use. It can be dedicated for playing back videos, for playing back applications and games, and you also have access to the Google Play Store, so you can do essentially any of the things you want to do with a normal tablet, but again on a larger display exclusively for your monitor or for your television. Taking a look at the packaging, it's pretty interesting. It has this nice color design going onto it. You can purchase this device directly from Amazon.com or from KdLinks' website. This is actually a dual-core device. It actually has quad-core GPU, but a dual-core processor, so it's pretty impressive. It has 1 GB of built-in RAM storage for performance, and again, it has Android 4. Actually has Android 4.1 for the operating system, and again, it has this interesting aluminum case, so it's pretty durable. It supports AirPlay, so you can actually stream content and information from your phone into the device. It supports, again, an XMBC. It also supports 3D games, so it's pretty impressive. It includes an HDMI cable in the packaging, has a unique operating system and a unique skin on top of Android that we're going to take a look at in the actual software performance of this review. And it supports, again, various APK packs and customization packs that are included. It also has a pretty interesting antenna, so it can extend the range of the Wi-Fi. On the side here, there's some more information. It includes, again, that 1080p HD resolution, so it's high pixel density that's supported. Again, some more information on the top there. It's actually a quad-core GPU and dual-core CPU, and there's 8 GB of internal built-in storage in terms of the flash memory. So inside, we have access to the packaging and the contents, and these are inclusive of, we have access to a quick introduction note from the spokesperson of the company, and there's some information about how to create firmware updates, how to install applications, so that's pretty interesting. There's also access to a quick user's manual that's printed in black and white monochrome. It tells you how to link up the device and also how to set up different pages and applications. It's an extensive manual, and it's pretty easy to see and easy to use and go through. And on top, we just have the Android box itself. Underneath the foam packaging, we have access to the accessory remote control itself, which is actually wireless and gyroscopic, so it has a 6-axis tilt sensor built in that you can use to tilt your way around, and a cursor will appear on the screen, and you can select your way as a mouse, essentially, on your Android application. And there's also access to the standard Android keys like home, information, back, and menu, and also some standard customized keys from KdLinks, in addition to a T9 numeric D-pad with a keyboard built in. So this is pretty interesting because it allows you to have text entry faster than a standard wireless remote for a standard Android box would. And there's also controls for the media, play, pause, setup, and play and pause and power. The remote control itself is actually pretty well crafted. It's made out of plastic, as you can see here. It takes AAA batteries in the back of the device itself, takes 2 of those right in there, and itself it actually has a pretty nice feel and weight in the hand, so we are impressed with the remote's design. Next up, we have access to the actual AC adapter, which is extremely small and easy to carry around with you. It plugs into the device to provide power, and also we have access to a VGA, or actually a 3-pin adapter for you to plug into your device if you don't have an HDMI port on your television. So it's the yellow, the white, and the red connector ports. So this is not going to be HD quality, but it's interesting that this is included, which means that it's also backwards compatible with standard resolution television sets as well. And finally, if you do have an HD television, it comes bundled with a gold-plated HDMI cable, which is pretty nice of the manufacturer to include, because this is a separate, usually a $20 value if you purchase it on your own. Taking a look at the actual design of the Android box, we can see that it's well presented and well packaged, and it's going to be well protected as well when you're purchasing the device. Again, if you get this product through Amazon.com, it should arrive in 3 to 5 days, so very fast shipping from the company's part as well. Indeed, I can tell immediately after opening up kind of the seal here that the device itself is crafted completely out of aluminum, so it has an extremely good build quality that evokes a sense of confidence and a quality construction whenever you hold it. So we are excited about that. On the back of the product, there are 4 rubber feet that allows the product to sit on a desktop surface without sliding around, so it stays in place, which is pretty nice. And on the back of the unit itself, we actually have access to 2 antennas to extend the range of the Wi-Fi connection, which is very, very impressive. And you also have access to an optical jack for extending it to a better audio quality, and there's also a regular AV jack there for connecting it to standard television sets, HDMI port, a LAN port in case you don't have Wi-Fi for wired internet, and also a USB port for connecting accessories like future wireless mouses with keyboards, and also so on and so forth, and USB sticks and hard drives. And again, on the front here, we have access to a IR port for you to receive the built-in remote control, and there's just a basic reset pin on the top there, and that's about it. There isn't an LCD display or anything like that, but on the left-hand side, there is 2 additional USB 2.0 ports, and also a full-sized SD card reader for you to read and expand the memory. So essentially a pretty cool design. It's again crafted out of a one-piece metal finish, so a extremely good build quality can be expected with this particular TV box. We're going to take a look at the actual performance up next in our KdLinks A100 Android TV box. It's actually pretty simple to use. You can see how it incorporates a kind of non-standard UI skin on top of Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean, and so it's actually called the KIUI version 5.0, and it brings a more larger graphics. It incorporates more icons and pre-installed widgets, which is actually pretty useful in this application, just because as the Android TV box, you do need larger icons to see it when you're sitting from a distance on your sofa and watching content. You can still have a lot of customization going on. For example, on the bottom row here, we have access to the applications, the favorites, the videos, the folders, and the browser, and these takes you to different shortcuts into the internet applications, to your music and applications, to your video and your regular applications, and so on and so forth. So you do have the ability to still add widgets, but it's a bit more cleaner. It's a bit more simplistic and easy to understand, and the icons, more importantly, are more colorful and also larger. On the left-hand side, there's also a built-in clock that you can see that you have access to at all times, and also a notification area. In addition to a slight desktop version here, we can have access to 4 of our favorite applications that we can customize, and right out of the box to take you to the Flixster, Post TV, and also an eHome application, in addition to settings. Now, the actual experience of the device is actually pretty sleek. It's pretty responsive. The entire experience is pretty well optimized as far as placing it on a television set is considered, but it's slightly sluggish on some applications, especially on GPU extensive games. This is due to the fact the device runs on a dual-core CPU and not a quad-core version, but for the most part, watching back streaming HD video, 1080p video doesn't really have a hindrance on the processor or on the performance side, but playing back 4K video takes a bit more acclimation because the device will have to load the video for a bit before it actually starts playing it back. The mouse itself is actually pretty responsive and easy to use as well. You can see that we have a cursor on screen. It's not as intuitive as a fully functioning touchscreen. To actually tap on something, we have to actually scroll up and down. We have to tap twice and then slide up and right. And sometimes it doesn't get things exactly right as you saw there. But it's a bit of a learning curve, and after you get used to it, I think that it gets better in time. The eHome Media application is essentially the AirPlay version application that you can link up a supported tablet or a smartphone and connect and stream content from your device onto the television screen. As shown here in the settings, the device does have indeed 8 GB of built-in flash storage in addition to Android 4.2.2. So we can see that. We can click on here and take a quick look at the actual Jelly Bean experience here. So it's pretty colorful, it's vibrant, and it produces pretty good HD resolution when plugged into a monitor. So we are pretty pleased with the overall video experience, which we'll show you in a second. Now, the manufacturers also decided to build in some of their own applications, including an app to Flixster, Post TV, CNN, and Fox News. These are applications that allows you to stream video directly over the internet. They're most likely news, important headlines from around the world, and it's definitely great to have these TV applications baked into the device itself, so you don't have to install them by yourself when you go into the Google Play Store. It saves you a bit of time. The applications work pretty well, and the quality of the video is quite responsive and impressive, and audio is good, sound quality is good, and we really didn't have any issues with stuttering when playing back video. So good speeds and good resolution in playing back the applications, which we are fans of. The same can be said about the CNN application, also the Fox News application. Essentially, tapping on them will take you to a site where you can check out the different videos, you can check out some headlines according to different tabs, including entertainment, news, travel, and lifestyle, and it works pretty well. Now, this line that you see going on the screen here is actually because of the camera and the frame rate issue that only the camera sees, but if you're actually standing in front of it, there isn't this annoying flickering that you see in front of the screen right here. But some of the applications do need a bit of upgrading after you get them. For example, eBay here actually says that it won't function until you actually upgrade it, which is a bit annoying, but otherwise, other applications are well-baked and ready to use. These are inclusive of the YouTube applications, which you can go in and watch streaming video quite well, and also the built-in native web browser, which is based on a WebKit version, which is pretty fast and responsive. So if we wanted to go on a New York Times really quick, you can see that we can kind of type that in here, and it works pretty well. It's a bit of a hunt and pecking experience because the built-in remote doesn't have a built-in QWERTY keyboard. So in our instance, we've just plugged in a standalone QWERTY keyboard using the USB port, but you can also opt for a more advanced remote that you can get for a bit more expensive of a price out of the box. Taking a look at the desktop version here, we can click on that. We can see that it takes a few seconds longer to load, but it still shows up some of the videos and applications and the ads in the site itself quite well. So it does a pretty good job as a web browser. It's not the fastest experience, but it also shows everything in a pretty proper format. So it does a good job of being a couch surfer, so you can still see you have access to Flash elements as well. So a pretty good experience as far as web browsing is considered as well. Now, playing back games is definitely a bit of a weaker point of this particular device. That's just because the graphics and the CPU are a bit more sluggish and transitions take a bit longer, so frame rates are going to suffer a bit more. But if you are going to plan on watching videos, doing multimedia content on it, it's going to do a great job at providing streaming video through Hulu, Netflix, and all those applications that you can get and download directly from the Google Play Store, which again is available on the product itself, which we are pleased about. So you can see that you can download the up-to-date games, you can read a few books if you want to, or text, you can take a look at images, movies and content, listen to music, and also read news, and all these applications from the regular tablet or on your smartphone will be available on this product itself. Overall, we think that this is a pretty complementary TV Android box system. It establishes a pretty good parameter as far as for playing back video, as far as for streaming content is considered. The interface is clean, and generally for playing back streaming video, it's fairly impressive. If you're going to plan on doing a lot of GPU-heavy games, we suggest that you opt for a more high-end model, but overall, it does a great job for playing back video, and if that's what you're looking for, definitely shouldn't hesitate to actually go and check out and take a closer look at the KdLinks A100 Android TV box. The KdLinks A100 Android TV media box might not be the most advanced or complex system out on the market, but provides a very good build quality that's constructed out of metallic finishes and offers pretty impressive performance as far as streaming video is considered. The Android version is relatively up to date, and we are fans of the UI that has been implemented by the manufacturer. It's clean, it's simple to use, and the device also offers built-in streaming services like BBC, CNN right out of the box, which is a plus that not many manufacturers include. The Wi-Fi reception is good, and also the performance for, again, web browsing is quite strong, and overall it's definitely a very complete system that offers a lot of goods for the value. Now, the only reason why you might want to consider a different model would be if you want to play a lot of extensive GPU-related games that take up a lot of processing power, because this is not the fastest device out in the market. But if you are looking for a general good device for playing back videos, streaming video, and reading some news articles on your TV screen, I think that this is a great option to go with, especially because the price point is a bit lower than what the competitors are offering. Thanks for watching this video review here at OS Reviews. You can check out our full written review in the description box below. And this has been the KdLinks A100 Smart Home Media Center Android box.